Hey everyone, my name is Joe Brown, aka Xanadu. I love the competitive side of Smash, and we're about 2 weeks into the lifespan of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. As I'm trying to figure out which newcomers I like playing, and who will be the most viable characters to bring to a tournament, I have 5 burning questions about the Smash Ultimate metagame that I'd like to share with you. So without further ado, let's talk about Smash. A new entry in the franchise means new mechanics, combos, and a fresh metagame everyone needs to figure out. Smash Ultimate plays significantly faster than Smash 4 did, and I love the fast-paced and fluid action we're seeing. The change from 2 stock matches to 3 stocks has opened up the possibilities for more comebacks and gives the players more time to adjust to mistakes in a match. But in this new game engine, which characters shine and which characters falter? 2 weeks in, and there are already certain characters performing well in tournaments. If we look at these results, we get a better picture. Let's start with MDVA. At launch, the first Smash Ultimate tournament, ZD won with Fox, and then at the first Xanadu, Dexter's Wolf beat ZD's Fox in the finals. Out in SoCal, where a lot of great players train, Tyrant won MSM with his coveted Cloud, and Elgin followed up by winning Wednesday Night Fights with his beloved Luigi. In the Northeast, at Clash Tournaments codenamed Bears, Shoyo James won with the new Echo Fighter Chrom, and Chrom also won Push the Limit in Massachusetts. Then for the 2 big ones from this weekend. At Sky's Twitch Invitational, Tweak also won with Chrom and did so without losing a single set. And in Seattle, MVD went back to his snake roots to win Don't Park on the Grass. So looking at the similarities, many of the characters that are succeeding early have average, exploitable, or downright bad recoveries, which begs the question: Cloud has always had a lackluster recovery, Luigi's offstage gameplay was nerfed, Wolf's side B sends him into freefall, plus his up B is worse than the other species, and Chrom was essentially laughed at for how ineffective his recovery was. But clearly that's not stopping top players from using them right now. We were looking at it from a Smash 4 lens. In Ultimate, the question is, does having a bad recovery really hurt that much when so much more of the game is played on stage? Edge guarding mechanics have been changed, so it might not be as detrimental as we thought it was going to be to have a hard time getting back to the ledge. Chrom's great aerials and ability to rack up percent counter the fact that sometimes you just lose the stock that other characters wouldn't. Simon and Richter are allergic to being off stage, but they are able to control the stage so well and put on enough pressure with their constant projectiles to balance it out, and the whip can be a real lifesaver for them. Obviously, I'd rather be able to spring up from anywhere like Sonic, but he sure doesn't hit as hard as Ike can. That's the delicate balance we're going to have to try to figure out as this metagame develops. This isn't to say that all bad recoveries are irrelevant, because even Smash Ultimate can't save Little Mac. But the heavy characters have often had issues with viability too, so I wonder how this game impacts them. Play online for any amount of time and you'll run into more K-Rules, DDDs, and Incineroars than you ever imagined. This is the best that heavies have ever been. Speed runs Smash, and the biggest drawbacks to using heavier characters in previous games was their speed. Qualities like slow movement, laggy attacks, and being an offstage liability did not make for great characters. But with the system-wide changes of everyone's attacks and movement being sped up, Ganondorf mains now have a fighting chance. This iteration of Bowser is the heaviest character to ever be in any Smash, yet it feels like he runs at you at Sonic speed. Heavies have always had a great grab game, and it's more dangerous than ever. Depending on the stage, you take 2 or 3 smash attacks from a heavy, and you're one well-timed grab away from losing your stock. Heavies also come with the benefit of typically having more armor on their attacks, a factor that DK and K. Rool won't soon let you forget. Also, Rob's weight was increased, and is arguably a better character for it. Who cares if Incineroar has a bad recovery when he can throw you off the ropes almost at will and claim a stock? It is both scary and exciting to think about what players will be able to accomplish with these buffed heavies. But what about the most accomplished characters from Smash 4? How do they fare in this game? Top tier characters like Sheik and Diddy Kong dominated the early meta, and the introduction of semi-consistent patches and DLC changed the game immensely. Coincidentally, many players struggling to find a character they clicked with just so happen to be huge Final Fantasy and Bayonetta fans. What are the odds? By the end of Smash 4's lifespan, it was a game of the haves and the have-nots. Although I personally believe there was a lot of character diversity, results from the highest end of the competitive level often showed that there were maybe a dozen or so characters who were a cut above the rest. And that's not a bad thing, that's to be expected in a competitive scene. But what are our Smash 4 top tiers up to in Ultimate? In short, they're still good. They haven't been changed too much because they were already very solid characters with great kits, so Sakurai only needed to adjust what was necessary. Cloud and Bayo aren't in a league of their own anymore, but they are still definitely options for you to main. I can't say if characters like Sheik, Sonic, or others will return to former glory, but I'd say the odds are likely. The biggest issue for these characters early on is the sheer absurdity of the character select screen. There's a bit of shiny new toy syndrome going on right now because there are just so many new, returning, or unique characters in this game that people would rather lap out those matchups with. I think the logic behind it is, let's put some hours into Isabelle, the Inklings, and Young Link while the game is still fresh because we can assume a few months from now Diddy will still be good. Speaking of Diddy Kong, who is Zero gonna main? Zero was the unparalleled best Smash 4 player in the world. He won over 50 consecutive tournaments, he was great with Diddy Kong, then he was really good with Sheik, and then he went back to being awesome with Diddy. So the last question I'm interested in is who will Zero main in Smash Ultimate? When one player has such a dominant presence over the competition, that can definitely impact how the top characters are viewed. To my knowledge, Zero hasn't locked himself into a main yet, and he already has Elite Smash unlocked for every character on the roster. So I'm really excited to see who he will invest his time into. But if I had to put my spirit points on the line, I'd bet Zero will main either Diddy Kong, Lucina, or Shulk. Diddy is the character he can rely on the most, Lucina was his secondary in the latter half of Smash 4, and is very consistent, and Zero always mentions his love for Xenoblade. The Minato buffs just might be enough to make Shulk his main. As a Sheik main myself, I'll keep my fingers crossed that he picks her up, but his feelings on her pre-launch make me think otherwise. Who knows, maybe Zero will go back to the Brawl days and break out the Meta Knight again. So those are my 5 questions about the early Smash Ultimate metagame. The start of a new Smash game truly is magical and definitely my favorite time. 2 weeks in and I still have so many questions about this game that I can't wait to get answered, like, are Peach and Daisy really top tier? And when are we all going to become Piranha Plant mains? But of course, these are just my questions, so tell me in the comments what you'd like to know about Smash Ultimate. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you never air dodge and accidentally self-destruct.